All right, well, that seems to fit perfect. It didn't when I first tried it, but it does now. What had happened, originally blew the original expansion tank, thought it was old and dry and crusty, replaced it with a new plastic one. I didn't like the way the cap sealed, and that's when I discovered that the fan drive had died. Replaced the fan drive and really didn't like the plastic tank, so I went and talked to Bobcat about what this part number for the original one turned out to be. A technical bulletin. The technical bulletin said that that plastic tank had been replaced with a metal tank. Ordered the metal tank. It showed up last trip. I went to put it in. It was an inch too long, and the sight glass stuck out about 3/8 of an inch too far and was hitting the air conditioning condenser. This corner in here was hitting this pad for the pin. So I took this steel tank home back to Hawaii, took 7/8 of an inch out of this area, that's why there's no paint, and I cut this section where the sight glass is out, recessed it down in, re-welded it, put it all back together, and here we are. So now it fits. Time to make it pretty and put it in. Holy moly. Those don't want to come out. This new tank should pretty much solve all the rest of the cooling issues I had, except for it not getting warm enough. But once I trust the system will hold pressure, I have a new thermostat to put in with gasket, because I'm suspecting that there isn't a thermostat in the system right now. All right, let's clean this up a little bit and throw some paint on it. Not going for show quality, obviously. Just want it to stick and last a little while. It was actually pretty fun cutting it down. So now I just hope it doesn't leak and it works. Just some Krylon Industrial Rust Tough. Don't even remember when and where I got it from, but let's see if it works. Just has to make it, that's the right color. Kind of starting to think that I might have used the wrong cleaner. Maybe denatured alcohol wasn't the best solution. But that's all right. Goes on nice though. Lays on really nice. While the paint's drying, welcome back to the Vowell Ventures. I'm Ryan. As you can see, we're working on skid mark. It's running great, better than it's ever run, but I'm not trusting the cooling system. So we need to get that to where I can let it come up to full pressure and not worry about it before snow flies. Let's get started. So what do you think? Is it dry? I'd say it's dry enough. Let's put the fittings back in. Put it back together and toss it in. That's pretty good. If it goes in and doesn't have a problem, it'll be a project done on the first day I'm here. Flew in this morning, landed at 6. Had some work to do from a normal day job. Testing a theory about working remotely, and that worked. That way I can work on homestead projects after work. I guess I'm not too worried about getting fingerprints and smudges in the paint. I mean, I'm going in a beat up old skid steer after all, and probably won't last 10 minutes before it's covered in dirt and grime and nastiness. Just don't want it to rust. Come on. There we go. Whoops. Okay, they're O-ring fittings, so shouldn't be an issue. Cap still fits. That's a good sign. All right, let's take it over and put it in. All right, so we got to put these hoses on. All right, let's try this again. Hopefully I can do this. Ah, well, yep, there it is. Guess I should have seen that coming. Oops. Get back there. All right. Shortening that up actually made that hose a lot easier to put on too, so take that as a win. Come on. Oh, that's right. That was smaller. I forgot about that. Well, I think I'm going to want to work a slightly larger piece of hose into there. Splice it in. But for now, this will work. It might even be a temporary permanent where I know it's not right, but it's going to stay that way until such time as I don't have a choice. Right now, I just need to get it back up and running. It's amazing how many years you can go without a piece of equipment and be slow, but just fine. And then once you have that piece of equipment and use it, you feel desperate without it. There we go. All right, so I need to get a zip tie up into there. Let it sit there for a little bit. Well, at least now it ratchets like it's supposed to, so we know the cap is tight. Wouldn't do that on the new plastic tank, which is what made me nervous about swapping or checking to see if the thermostat's even in it, because if it built full pressure with that cap not locked down, well, that wouldn't be very fun at all. Guess the only thing left to do now is fire it up and see how it behaves. That's a good sign. Oh yeah, I forgot I filled it. Alright, let's check the back. Hard to see, but the fluid's actually moving around in there, so I don't think that lower hose is kinked too badly. Can't even see it there. So I think that's going to be it. I'll let this warm up, do some testing, and call this one a wrap.